Hello everybody, my name is Drew and welcome back to Feed the Beast. And as you can see, our little golem buddies are back at work here. I threw some more upgrades on them in the form of some range and efficiency guys here. So they're nice and quick now. See, it goes over there. There he goes. Now, as you can see, this harvester golem, there's something over here that he really wants. I'm guessing it's that guy right there. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure what he wants. He wants something, though. So we're going to have to make it so that he just kind of ignores this whole area. And to do that, let's actually just go downstairs here. Come on, find it. Yeah, there we go. We're going to do a little bit of something. First, I need to check something, though. Yeah, see, look at this. Look at this guy go. Would you believe it? I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my marbles. Gonna lose it with this guy. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I have no idea what it's going to be. Let me fix that. I have no idea what it's actually gonna be to fix it. I'm running out of ideas, to be perfectly honest. I wish I knew. I really do, but I'm at a loss, folks. So anyway, let's go on up here. Let's see. Let's open up our Thumbcraft. Find that on here. Where are you? Right there. And there is a way to trap golems and make sure they don't wander off on us. So let's go down to Golemancy here. I don't know if it's in Golemancy or not, though. Therein lies the question. I don't think it does. Let's see. Nope, not there. That's all the animation cores in there. Fierce little doodads and stuff. Okay, so let's try Artifice? Maybe? Let's see. We have trapdoors. Oh, what are you? Paving stones of warding, paving stones of travel. Let's try warding. What are these? You've discovered a way of turning arcane stone blocks into mystical wards that will prevent most creatures from crossing them. Oh. It should be noted that these wards aren't always 100% foolproof, and they cannot prevent other players. That's interesting to know. So we need 4 arcane stone, and then a fire shard and an order shard. Well, I believe we can easily do that. How to make arcane stone? Stone around a shard. Okay, that's not bad. Now, is this arcane stone bricks? How do I make you? Oh, that's easy enough. Okay. Well, let's see if we have any arcane. Ooh, Give me here. First of all, I'll put all this stuff away. We don't need you anymore. Arcane. We have some. We're going to need to make more, though, I believe. But let's go right, like... Ooh, what am I doing? Okay, do we have enough for 4 each? No, we're 1 short. Okay, so we have 15. So let's go like that. And I said fire shard, did I not? I just want to start the episode doing this in an order shard. Order shard. And let's just grab like a whole stack of these guys here. I want to see again if this actually will work the way I want it to, and let's find out. Okay, let's grab our wand here. Okay, and 4 paving stones. Okay, so that did give us the 4. So we are going to need to make more arcane stone. That's a given. So let's grab stone and find some actual stone. Like that. Shards. Oh, let's just grab a... Let's go earth shards. Like that. Get rid of these guys for the time being. And we'll make ourselves a whole bunch of arcane stone. Because I really don't want to replace those golems any more than I have to. Okay, there we go. Got our arcane stone. We do that guy. Okay, and then we go like this. Okay, there we go, 16 each. Now will this work with any... No, it actually needs fire shards. So let's grab fire shards. Grab this dude. And paving stones. Okay, that, oh, insufficient vis. Ooh, we're running low here. Okay, let's charge our wand up. Oh, that's not working at all. I don't want to set fire to my base. Drain all that ordo out. And we need fire. Ooh, where can I find fire? I think I know where there is a node, so I'm going to go recharge my wand, and then we'll be right back. Well, would you look at this? Where do you think you're going there, Sparky? Where are you going? What are you doing? I don't know where he thinks he's going. Hey, come back here. I'm going to pick you up for the time being. You cheeky son of a gun. I don't know how he did that. All of a sudden, like, I was standing up there, and he was standing beside me. Huh. At least we know how he escapes. Little bastard. Alright, I am now going to go charge my wand. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back again here. We're going to fly up. My wand ran out of vis again. I really do need to make a charging station. But this should be sufficient for now. And let's grab, I'm going to put you there and you there. I need an actual shovel. So let's open up the bag of tricks there. Grab ourselves a shovel. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to try and do it like this. Let's go like that. My aim is to actually have a double layer of these guys. And then I'm going to put some glass up on the top and see if that does the trick. But these guys should not be able to cross this barrier, in theory. In theory. Alright, let's go like that. So, we should be good to go from here. I'm going to dig the rest of this out and get this guy all planted up. I may actually take that hill down finally. Clear that out of there, maybe. Maybe. Don't really need to. And then we can get on to some more fun stuff for today's episode. Because there are some things that I would like to investigate doing with our base's wiring. In the ever expanding quest, rather, of finding new and interesting things to do with this series. And there are a few things left we can do. Not many, but a few. But anyway, I'm going to dig this out, and I'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. We're just about to head back outside here and put the remainder of these blocks in place. Let's go back into bat form to make this really easy. Whoop. Alright, this should be nice and simple. We'll go like that. Just like that. Now, with that in there, we really should not be having any issue with this guy. So let's... Oh, why is he stuck in the ground? Excuse me. Oh, maybe because I'm bat mode. Maybe that's what the issue is. No. What is going on here? I'm highly confused. I will be right back, guys. Okay, my fears were confirmed. My suspicions were confirmed. It's just a graphical bug, so we're good. He's back, and he doesn't seem to be paying attention to other things. Let's see what happens when they harvest something. Nothing seems to be close. He seems to be okay now, though. Everything seems to be back to kosher. So I'm going to assume that for now everything's good. I don't need to actually build like a cap for this or anything. Although we know how dangerous it is to assume things. But it should be okay. Now, I may end up doubling up anyway, just for safety precautions, but for now we're okay. Now, let's dig on into some meat and potatoes here. And talk about a very, very cool mod called EnderIO. Now, EnderIO is a mod that is another tech mod. Ooh, I need that bucket back. Where was I? Oh, yes. Another tech mod. Very similar in thought and vein as, say, I don't know, thermal expansion? Something like that, right? Let's go over here. Now, let's actually go at the mod here so you can see. EnderIO. So, various different machines. The biggest advantage being these doodads right here, which are the energy conduits, the fluid conduits, and their item conduits, which are by and large way, way, way better than working with, what do you even call it, the thermal expansion equivalents. Largely because I can run them, how should I put this? I can run them all in one block space. I don't need to have, like I have downstairs, I have a billion different things going every which freaking way in order to actually access things and network things properly. All I need is one block space for everything. And, as an added bonus, at a max tier, these guys transmit 20,480 RF per tick. Way better than the max tier of thermal expansion. Like, magnitudes better. And they're upgradable with things like the octatic capacitor, which allows it to import and export, or rather allows it to, at the cost of more power, perform more operations per second. Something that Thumbcraft, in this version at least, lacks tremendously. Sorry, fixing something here. It lacks that support tremendously in this version of Thumbcraft, or thermal expansion. I don't know why I keep saying Thumbcraft. And that's something that I really want to look into, but there's no real point to beyond just for giggles. So we're probably going to look at that. The other thing I wanted to take a look at today, let's open Thumbcraft and see, did we get anything new? No. Okay, so I've been experimenting with taint, trying to get more and more of it collected so that we end up, let's see, I might build that guy now. So we end up getting the taint research. I don't even know if it's actually a portion of this version of Thumbcraft. I think it is. Not 100% sure on that, but I believe it's part of it. Not that it really matters. Let's see what other things we can build here. There's really not a lot that I want to work on with Thumbcraft at this point. We've got a lot of the things that are really cool. The only thing that may be a lot of fun to play around with would be the Freet's Flame, but not really. It's interesting, but not like a super necessary thing. Let's just see. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So we've got some research here going on. What else have we got? There's whatever that is. Locomotive? Oh, that's so cool. What's this guy? I'm not sure. I'm going to grab some stuff, though, because we're going to play around with EnderIO. That's kind of the goal of today. Because there's a bunch of stuff we could eliminate in and around here using EnderIO or applied energistics. I want to use EnderIO to do it. Things like these cable runs, right? We could definitely clear these up using conduit pipings, and then just have some singular guys pop out of here and do their thing. So on that vein, I'm going to collect some materials, and we're going to get started here. I'll show you guys what to do in a quick minute. Alrighty, so one of the most basic elements of EnderIO that you need for all of the machines are these doodads right here, machine chassis. Now, these are very, very similar in nature and structure to the machine chassis found in thermal expansion, or machine casings, I believe those are called. But let's grab 4 of them. Oh, pardon me. And we will put them in our network. Can I not? Or are we full? No way. No way. Oh my god, we are. Oh, okay, so we need to make some new storage items then. That's interesting. Alright. So to do that, let's drop down here to the bottom. Let's take a look at things that we don't need in here that are way down the bottom. Things that are like those mana beans, we can take those out. We can take these bees out. Let's see. Yeah, this golden. Yeah, get rid of you and that one and that bee. Because we're going to need some space in here. We're going to make ourselves something like mana beans. There, guy won't need those. Okay, so getting rid of all of these bees should give us enough room now. Because we're going to go over here and go craft. Let's go. Craft me 2 of those. Begin. That's going to take them a while, I think, because we are going to need a bunch of stuff, including those processors and whatnot. So anyway, let's dump these bees. Can't use that chest. Can we use there? Yeah, let's use this chest. I don't care about the bees. Go away, bees. What do you need to do? Get rid of all these guys here, and we'll get rid of this stupid sword. Sorry, sidetracked, guys. Bear with me for a minute here. Okay, so machine chassis. Get in there. Now, we're also going to... The 2 major machines that everybody's going to be concerned with, maybe 3. The 3 biggest ones then are being the Stirling generator, which is a primary source of power, early game, even late game, for EnderIO objects. The others being the alloy smelter and the sag mill. These are basically the variation of the pulverizer and the furnace, right? The sag mill is a little different in its processing, I think. I mean, it effectively does the same thing. It'll process your ore and you get stuff out of it. That hasn't really changed. It's just sort of the way it changes. The other thing that we want to look at are capacitor banks. Now, each capacitor bank itself holds 5 million RF, which is quite a lot. And it actually doesn't take all that much to make them. These capacitors are fairly cheap to make, and white, blue, or green redstone block. So it takes a redstone block. Relatively cheap to make, actually, by way of the game. And then, of course, you can have a power monitor to monitor said power levels. But these guys are great because it's another multi-block way of storing power. Very, very cool when it comes to stuff like our gigantic reactor, say, that outputs more power than we can actually even process at this point in time. Which is why one of the reasons I wanted to upgrade to using EnderIO. It allows us to put things within the same block space and transmit so much power. That is a giant benefit to using that. But anyway, there's some other cables and things that we can look at. One of the things that you can use as well, we've got photovoltaic cells and powered lights. What else do we have that's really cool in this guy? Redstone conduit. This is similar to red alloy wiring in that you can transmit redstone over very long distances without losing the signal quality, and you can transmit it to one network and operate things and all that kind of stuff. And like the rest of EnderIO, if you're using the insulated cables, you can change channels and do all sorts of funky stuff. Oh, and travel anchors. That's what the staff of traveling is used for. You can hop between travel anchors with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and make ourselves an alloy smelter. That's the first thing we're going to want. Oh, and we're going to need some basic capacitors. Let's make actually make like a whole bunch of these guys, because we're going to need them. So we'll go alloy smelter here. One alloy smelter, and then we're going to want a sag mill. So one sag mill. Again, very, very similar to the thermal expansion counterparts. You're just changing that basic capacitor for a redstone coil instead. Also not affected by Greg Tech in this pack. Thank you very much. What else do we need here? Oh, we need a painter as well. The painter is pretty cool. It allows you to camouflage machines, which is pretty cool in my book. Okay, so let's go on over here. Where do we want to put this guy? Oh, let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him. 2, 3, like that. And we're going to put them up top here. Let's get rid of you. Go like this. Smelter, sag mill, and the painting machine. Where'd you go, painting machine? Painting machine. Like that. Perfect. And we'll toss this guy over here. Like that. Now these guys work pretty similar to what I was talking about. We do need to power them for the time being, so let's grab some of this cable. Let's pop down into the floor. How are you doing down here, by the way? Still working its way through. Still need some processors, but it'll make those for us, no problem. Let's go on over here. And this is where the whole one block space comes in handy, because how are we going to run power over there? Sorry. You take a drink. So thirsty today. Now, with thermal expansion, the only way to do it... I turn that off. Get back. There. Alright. The only way to do it is going to be like this. Got to go around the pipe, up and over here, and then unos, dos, tres. Like that. It's the only way to do it. Right? That's why we have these messy, complicated, nasty looking things over here. Don't like them. Don't like them at all. But that's beside the point. Now, these guys should be powered. Yes. Okay. And we want to make one of these guys. We're just going to jump straight to the max tier. Now, in order to do that, you need a couple of elements. One is a vibrant alloy, and the other conduit binder. Conduit binder is made using binder composite, which is that simple recipe right there, which is just some gravel, some sand, and some clay. Makes 8 binder composites, which in turn make 8, or I believe 16. How many do you use? Do you make 8 or make more? Oh, no, it makes 8. Okay. Each one makes 4, if you smelt it. So, 8, you get whatever that is, 32 of them, I think, half a stack, no, whatever, I can't math. So we'll do that guy, and then the other one we needed, what did I say, vibrant alloy. These guys are pretty cool. You make this in the alloy smelter. The alloy smelter is super, super cool. I've talked about it a bit in Crash Landing, but for those of you not watching that series and not watching this one, the alloy smelter works as both a regular furnace and an alloy furnace, hence alloy smelter. Who would have thunk it? What it does is, as you can see in front of you, takes other metals and mixes it with other stuff to make items, and it can work in 2 different modes. Pretty neat. Let's take a look. You can have it in furnace mode, all smelting, furnace mode, alloys only, or furnace only, right? 3 different modes. All smelting means toss whatever it in, and whatever the first recipe it comes to in its like database, it'll make. If it's an alloy, it makes the alloy. If it's a regular, it makes the regular. It can do both. Obviously, the respective modes either make alloys only or furnace mode is furnace only. I may end up actually replacing all of my thermal expansion machines downstairs with this guy. Pretty cool, because it will still work with all the interfaces and everything. Neat. Now, how do we make the vibrant alloy? As I was saying, you require some energetic alloy. How do you make energetic alloy? Okay, you make it with this, redstone, gold, and glowstone. So we're going to need a stack of each, because I'm not even going to bother with energy one. But just for the record, it's 2 redstone and an iron to make that guy. We're going to go right to this middle tier. So I'm going to grab a stack of redstone, gold, and glowstone, toss it in this bad boy, and let that guy smelt up. And then I'll be right back. I'm just going over here, because we now have 64 vibrant alloy. Let's go ahead and make this guy. And now let's go and make ourselves some energy, or some ender energy conduits. Let's see here. We should have enough because I made the conduit binder. Let's see what we get when NEI stops deciding to be terrible. Maybe today. Well, anyway, while that loads, I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but on my screen it's loading. One of the other things we're going to be making here, there it goes, is the pressurized fluid conduits, which is why I have nether quartz in my inventory. But let's just see if we can't make at least 1, 2, 2 and a bit stacks. And that works for me. How many? Okay, so we have one of these guys left. That's groovy by me. Clear that dude out. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of this stuff. Oh, let's see if our other... It has. Great. So the other 64K storage cell, which has already been input, that one that's left is going to actually get formatted. And we're going to format that guy into the shape of all of our ingots that we have. There should be enough storage on it that we can format it as such, because it can hold up to 63 items. Or, yeah, 63 items. that should be able to store all of our ingots, and we can transfer that as one singular storage. I was debating, as a bit of a sidetrack here, extra cells. Where are you? Extra cells. I was debating getting a 256K. Where are you? Storage, and doing it that way using a kilo storage cluster, which is like that, or even going all the way up to one of these guys just for the giggles of it, but we don't need it. I may do that, I may not. I don't know. Haven't decided. But anyway, let's go over here briefly, and I'll show you how this guy works. I may change these guys to capacitor band. Let's do that, actually. Let's do that. Let's make ourselves some capacitors here. Let's go back to EnderIO. EnderIO capacitor banks. We're going to need some of these. Oop, not 10. Some of, where are you? Double layer capacitors. How many can I make? I need to make like 8 of you. Can I make more of you? Oh, I can. Beautiful. Okay, put you in there. Capacitor bank. Red. Oh, wait, do I have any blocks of redstone? I have 2. Okay, so we'll need to make another one of these guys here. Let's just stick you in the compressor. Now, I wonder what's going to happen. Let's see if they'll directly interface with this guy. Max input, max output, 1,000. Oh, it is charging. I'm not sure what those do. So the max input right now is I guess if I put energy cells in and out, it'll change. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this work. If I do 2, ooh, okay, that's how that works. Okay, so if I put 4 of them on here, our max input and output will be 4,000. If I put 8 of them, it'll be 8,000. I understand. Okay, that's really cool. So those guys are charging up. I need to do some adjustments here, so we'll be right back with the materials that we need. Alright, we're back, guys, and we're just about at the end of today's episode in terms of timing, which is unfortunate because we're just getting raring to go with this stuff. But I do have 3 of these capacitor banks, and we can actually alter them. We can actually put 3 of them down here. So we'll go, because what's the max input and output of these guys? So right now we're running on hardened energy cells, inputting at 300 a tick, then 1 cell. So let's go 1, 2, 3, like that. Sorry, gentlemen. We're going to go like this. Now I charge these 2 up using our wonderful reactor that we have. Let's go over here and go 1, 2, and the third one goes in the middle. Now we're going to change this to being output. That's sort of the idea there. Like that. Alright, so it's taking 3K in and putting 3K out, which is fine. This guy has got power. I believe that is working. What's our max power right now? We're seeing it drain. I think we're okay. I think that's doing what I want it to do. Now, the only other thing we're going to have to do here, can I bring these up here? Is we're going to have to take these guys out and put our newfound friends in. And that'll be the last thing we do today. We might go over time just a little bit. As much as I love these guys, and I really do, they are a fantastic piece of technology, but they're just not cutting it anymore. So let's grab our EnderIO stuff here. Like that. And we should see a net loss right now. Yeah. So it is draining. However, we're going to change these all to outputs. And I just need to do this for the whole thing. But that's pretty much how this guy works. Now, of course, just to demonstrate in the same block space before I wrap up here today. So say we've got our fluid conduits, which we're going to have These are going to have our lava in it. And I'm like, oh, well, I need some power run in the same space. Yeah, no problem. Totally works. And items, and the redstone, and whatever else we need to run. And then we can put facades over them so they can be running right through this wall here, and yet we'd never know because the facades will be covering them. Awesome. That's what we want. That's what we're going to do. But anyway, that's the end of today's episode, guys. We're going to play more with this next episode as well. This is going to be, part 1 of the EnderIO upgrade. I want to upgrade the entire base to run off of EnderIO conduits and cabling and whatnot, just because it's a lot easier to work with in the long run. But that does it for me today. If you guys liked today's episode, please leave me a like. Helps me out tremendously when you do that for me. Any comments or suggestions, of course, leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.